All right, in this video we're going to talk about the ignore/reverse functions and how they work and how you guys can use them. What I'm talking about is these two little buttons right here. It's set on ignore right now, but if you take that little down button, down arrow, click it, you'll see the ignore and reverse. So the definition of these is that ignore, if you're in a trade, will ignore all other trades until that trade finishes out. That means your targets are hit, your stops are hit, and that trade is closed back to zero. If you set this on reverse, then what that means is that if you take a trade in a position and another trade comes along in the opposite direction, it will close the one trade and take that reverse position. Now this is only for the full automated strategy, obviously, as the reverse button up here in the trade ticket is a manual reverse position for the trade ticket only. Okay, again, we talked about the differences in the trade ticket, which you can use discretionary, and the automated stuff. So let's go in and take a look. I'm going to use the MACD Bollinger Band strategy because without any filters, which you would never trade with this without any filters unless you were doing it discretionary, but without any filters, I'm going to put in some stop losses in here, and we're going to set these stop losses at 25 for break-even trigger, 25 at stop loss, and we'll set a target at 25 as well for target 1. That just puts the flags on the chart where I want them. So we're going to take this and we're going to set it up for the ignore position right now. So it'll take a trade, and you'll see it's going to ignore anything else that we might have. And let's add in our indicator in this specific case. Since we're using, and we haven't went through the strategies yet, that'll be in a later video, but since we're using the MACDs, we're going to show the indicator true and put that on the chart. Then I need to click apply for this one. This is one of the ones, if you want to show the indicator, that you need to click apply on. So every time I break the upper band, I'm looking for longs, and every time the Bollinger Band, the MACD BBs breaks the lower Bollinger Band, I'm going to take a short. So we're going to ignore any positions until we're out of a position, and we're going to see what that looks like. All right, you ready? Here we go. Everything's turned on. Let's start the strategy. We'll look for that first trade. Should take one pretty quick because we're going to get outside one way or the other. It is. Now I'm going to pause this for a second. Now notice what just happened here. Let's take a look at these MACDs. Hang on, let me get this back right. Notice what just happened here. We went to the downside. We entered that trade short. Now just watch. I'm going to pull this stop loss away for a minute. Let's keep going. Okay, let's stop again. Now notice my MACD broke to the long side. I did not do anything. I'm still in the short. I'm still in this short trade because I'm on ignore. Now let's take this back for a minute and start it over. All right, this time I'm going to put this on reverse. All right, let's go. Looking for that first trade. No trade yet. There it is. Now I'm going to pull this out of the way just so I don't get stopped out before we can see the reverse. Now I took a short because I broke outside to the downside. Reverse function is set to on. I'm going to slow this down just a little bit because it's going to happen pretty quick, and I want to be able to capture this to the long side. Watch your markers. Just watch your markers. There it is. Bam. Notice, did you see the flip in the markers? Let me pause this. I exited the short and I entered the long. So reverse function allows you to enter the reverse direction if another signal happens.